welcome to the Must Love Yarn podcast.
Today is Thursday.
Wednesday. Yeah, I know. We're gonna be
not
messed up because we're podcasting a day early.
Yeah. But it is the afternoon, so it's kind of normal podcasting time. But it's Wednesday, the 15th of November.
I know when you were saying like the knit group was going to show up, I was like, they don't come on Thursdays. I was like, oh, it's only Wednesday.
It's only Wednesday.
Yep. So we are podcasting a day early to accommodate schedules, and actually not either of our schedules.
Correct.
But we usually have two people working at the store on Thursday, and Carol is going to be away.
Busy.
Yeah, so she agreed to come in today for a couple of hours so we could podcast for you all.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Must Love Yarn podcast, where we mostly talk about yarn and knitting and some crocheting and a little bit of spinning, but lots of other stuff because we tend to get off in the weeds sometimes. Most of the time.
Yes. Usually ends up talking about either
The
things
weather.
going on around here or the weather or
Food. Yes.
So, you know.
So you can find the store out on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry, the World Wide Web, as Must Love Yarn, and YouTube channel, and iTunes, everywhere.
Depending on where you're watching this
Yes.
from right now. Well, when you're watching this, which will be Friday.
Yes.
Or
'cause-
after.
No, I'll post it Friday morning.
No, I mean,
Oh.
but they could be
Oh,
watching after
right.
Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
And I'm Angela,
And I'm Kelly.
and you can find me out on social media on Instagram and Ravelry as Junior Bird Kid.
And you can find me on Instagram as Kelly O Spins, and you can find me on Ravelry as Kelly Spins.
And feel free to friend or follow us on both of those
Yeah.
platforms.
Yep.
It's super fun. I know I've been having some fun interactions with people on Instagram
Yeah, it's
lately.
been a lot of fun.
There's been a lot of cool stuff circulating around. I will say it was very bad for my pocketbook this weekend. And also very bad for wanting to cast on all the things. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, it's fun. I like it.
Yeah. I kind of stayed off social media for the most part this weekend,
It was probably wise.
other than like kind of responding to people who had either posted or friended or whatever. And but I wasn't really on it a whole lot because Saturday I was working and teaching, which oh my gosh, I had such a fun. Both my classes were a lot of fun, but
Awesome.
the crochet class that was a great group.
Nice.
So
I need to come take that at some point.
I've got that class is going for 2 more sessions. So they learned single crochet this week.
Excellent.
And I told them I asked them if when we got towards the end if they wanted to take on double crochet yet, and they're like, nope, let us absorb this one. And then
There you go.
because I said that's kind of I try to teach them a new part of it and kind of talk to them about the different rules and things like that. But it was a lot of fun. And then my husband had been away in California, so then we hung out on Sunday because he got back really late Friday night.
Nice. And then you were
So-
gone all day Saturday at the store.
And then so I kind of, which a lot of times Sunday I try to disconnect from a lot of stuff because it's usually the only day I'm like fully away from the store. So a lot of times I try to disconnect a little bit from everything on
Nice.
Sundays. So
Nice.
yeah. But anyway, what do we have going on?
So I think we just we probably want to start with our picks of the week.
Yeah, we
right
can do
for
that.
folks.
Absolutely.
It's been really fun for us to watch as folks purchase the picks of the week.
Yeah, the color
And-
choices that they're picking.
Yeah, no,
and,
it's really awesome.
and that you guys are really enjoying the picks we've been picking,
Yeah.
which is great. I mean,
Yeah.
that's definitely why we're doing it. We want to just kind of show you some different stuff, some new stuff, some options. Angela's been really good about, having some patterns set aside for a lot of the ones that she's done.
Trying.
So, yeah. So
Just trying to make it fun and try to find things that people might be interested in
Yeah.
making this time of year. And I think, it seems like we're doing okay because people are buying the picks.
Yeah.
So-
So you guys are liking them. So
Yeah.
glad that's working out
Yeah.
for everybody.
It's been fun. It's been kind of a challenge each week to be like,
Yeah.
what am I going
What are
to
we
use?
gonna do
What are we
this
going to
week?
do this week? So do you want to do yours first, or do you want me to do? Why don't I do mine first before we get all silly?
Okay.
Okay. So last week, had I even started that hat for Abigail out of the Blue Sky Extra?
I think you had a couple stitches cast on, or maybe the
I think
width
I
of
maybe
it, but-
had it like caked up. Oh yeah, because I had messed it up. And so I stopped working on it. Well,
Yeah.
so if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I finished the hat for Abigail. And I also did not post that I actually also finished a hat for myself. So this ties in, so this is not only a finished object. Abigail is wearing hers, so that's why I don't have it with me today to show. But it fits into my pick of the week, which is the Blue Sky Extra, Blue Sky Fibers Extra. So that's the blue, and I just took a strand of drizzle and added it together for the crown because
Which we showed you guys drizzle last week, and
Last
that was
week.
one of the picks of the week.
Yep.
though.
So drizzle is still active for another week. So if
Yep.
you want to do this with the hat, you can. I knit a toddler size hat and an adult large out of one skein of the extra.
Mhm.
And I did weigh it because I will be the first to acknowledge that I am an extraordinarily tight knitter, and it's not uncommon for me to have yarn left over from projects. This is how much yarn I have. When I weighed it this morning, it was about 32 grams
Mhm.
out of a 150 gram skein. So I feel pretty confident in saying that other types of knitters would still be able to knit like a small sized, like a toddler size and an adult large out of one skein. So, you could do like mommy and me's, or if you have, you might even be able to get a couple of the smaller adult sizes out of one. It would be close. So, and this is fabulous yarn to work with.
It's great yarn. It's an extra fine merino and baby alpaca
Yep.
blend. The extra is.
And
it's-
everybody's probably yelling at me because they were yelling at me on Instagram. What pattern is that?
Oh yeah, you better tell.
This is Lowlands by Tin Can Knits. So.
Yep. And we've got it in project notes.
Yes,
Project
we
notes.
do.
Show notes.
I will say though, so without giving away too much, you knit this in a strip and then pick
And
up
pick up,
stitches for the
yeah.
brim. This is the adult large, and I followed it to a T. I think that if I was to do over and was going to hold a different yarn, I would make this part not as wide.
Yeah.
So there was more of this.
Mhm.
On Abigail's, it's definitely, the ratio is definitely good.
Yeah.
But when it gets to this size, this is just so much wider that it doesn't look, I don't think it looks bad. I
No,
just think that
it
I would
doesn't.
do it differently
Yeah.
if I did another one for the adult size.
Yep. Or you could even do it even wider and then roll it.
Yep, you could. But it's great. This is super warm.
Yeah.
And the way, because it's a garter stitch, sits really nice on the head.
Yeah.
And kind of snugs in.
Yeah. It is. It's a really nice.
Yeah.
It's cute.
All right, so what colors do we have this in, you say? Look, I got my basket, my classy shopping basket. We have this in a ton of different colors.
Mhm.
I will say some of these skeins, because some of these colors we maybe only have one, like I think this purple is the last one, so if you'd like to make a purple hat, maybe run out right now. Run out to the website and get it. We have lots of just really great. This is the color that I used. It's called Stillwater, right? Deep water.
I think it's still water.
Stillwater. But we've got these other two. This one on the bottom is a really dark kind of
Yeah.
teal.
It's like a maritime blue. It's like
Yeah.
a really deep.
Really
Blue.
lovely. And there's one skein of black over there. I didn't grab the black. So this retails for $27.80. But if you can knit a couple of hats out of it, That's a pretty good.
Yeah, and
pretty
it is
good deal.
a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. Like I said, it's an extra
so
fine merino and a baby alpaca, so
Yeah,
you can
it's-
imagine just how soft it
It's
is.
beautiful, and it was fantastic to work with. Super quick project, right? I knit 2 hats since we podcast last.
Yeah,
Of course,
because it's technically an Aran weight.
Yep. Yep.
It's a bit thicker. It's than a standard worsted. So.
Yeah. Yeah. It's knit on, that pattern's knit on 7s, US 7s. And so that's my pick of the week. But you could definitely use this yarn for lots of other stuff, fingerless mitts or different hat patterns. There was another hat pattern that I was eyeballing. I'm trying to remember why I chose Lowlands over that other one I was looking at. It might have been because I already had Lowlands in my library. I'd already purchased it. And the other one, maybe you couldn't purchase through the store.
And that could
It was
be
online only. I don't know. But there's some other choices for hats. They're super quick. They're great for gifts. And so.
And most people really like hats. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a few people I know that
Yeah.
don't really like wearing hats.
Yeah.
Or don't think they can wear hats. Sometimes that's more of the issue than really if they.
Yeah.
As some people just don't think they look good in hats. But.
Yeah. So, I had a ridiculous amount of the drizzle left over, so, because I was only doing the crown on both hats. I did link, maybe I'll put a picture in of the finished object, the one with Abigail's, because I put a little clay button on it.
Yeah, that was really cute.
And I, in our show notes, put the link to the Etsy store that those that button. I have a whole bunch of buttons from her. She's in Italy, so like if you're
that was the one that you were waiting on. For a while?
forever, and I was worried that they weren't going to come, and I was like, did I spend all this money? And no, they showed up. So.
Nice.
So anyway, so there's that.
Ready for my pick of the week?
Absolutely.
Okay, so my pick of the week is a brand new to us yarn. I don't think it's been around for very long, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Wait until you see this, you guys. Alright, I'm gonna set that there for now.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Ready? It's like a yarn face.
It's like
a yarn
this
head.
bigger than our heads. And
For size.
Yeah. They're enormous. We have 4 colors. Here's red here. Hold the red too. And they are they're called Big Ball Floush. And as you can see why, they're enormous. Can you hear me?
No, they're really muffled, actually. These would make good earmuffs.
So this is an acrylic nylon mohair wool blend.
It smells like wool.
Yeah. It's really soft. And if you look at it, it looks really thin because there's a strand running through here and then it's got the fuzziness kind of through it. But that actually, it's technically a super bulky. They want you to knit this anywhere from an US 11 to US 13 needle. So going to be a really quick knit project.
Yeah.
One of these will make a really nice scarf. So if you're looking for a quick project for the holidays, it'll knit up really quickly, and they do these really cool gradations while you're knitting them. So they go from one color to the next. And on the website, there's samples of them knit up so you can see what the colors are going to do. So these are going to knit up really, really quick. They're $25 for a skein, which is great.
600 meters.
Yeah, so it's about 660 yards, and they're 200 gram balls. Is that what it is? Hold on. I know we had to put I think they're 200 gram. They say 600 gram. I think they mixed up the meterage and the grams, and we had to put stickers on them for the meterage, but they didn't change it for the grams because these are 200 gram balls.
It says 200 gram right there.
Yeah, okay. And up here it does. This is so
anyway.
They messed up, but yeah, they're 200 gram and 600 meters. So
anyway, it's a lot of yarn.
Tons of yarn.
Help us continue our excellent relationship with our postal carrier because he would love to have some of these go out of our mailbox. We can guarantee it. Such a jerk.
Oh my gosh. No, they're so squishy though. They'll like go right into one of the bags and then
right down. I would love to just see our mailbox filled with these and outgoing packages.
We'd only be able to put like 2 in our mailbox though. Then I'd have to go to the post office with the rest of them.
Awesome.
Yeah, aren't they fun though?
Yeah.
So we have these 4 colors in stock, and
our coupon code for the week is weekly pick
big extra. So we're taking the big from this, the extra from the other.
Big extra.
Big extra. So we'll have all the information except for the coupon code in show notes.
Yep.
So you can find it. You'll find the link to all of the yarn for the weekly pick in show notes.
Yep.
So.
Or you could just search the website for extra, or probably even just big.
At least big ball. You don't have to remember the floush part because that's a...
Yep. So anyway, there we go.
That's it.
Awesome. Those will be
They're
fun.
like pillows.
They
like,
are.
I kind of want to just get one and like put it on the couch because they're kind of cute.
And they smell good too. They smell like lanolly wool deliciousness.
Which is kind of cool since there's, not as much wool in them, but
Yeah.
they are really soft. So,
Super
and I'm
soft.
pretty sure they're washable. Let me double check. They're hand wash, so you would have to hand wash it and dry flat. But yeah. Oh, I see what this is. This so if you did this size, you need about 3 balls to do a sweater.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is.
Okay.
These Europeans are pretty smart, and they put the approximate grammage
Ramage for
that you need for an average size sweater on there.
Yep.
So
today I'm wearing my February lady sweater. Or
very cool.
February lady cardigan.
I did not knit that. I was not on the bandwagon when everybody kind of jumped on and knit that.
I did it really late.
Did you?
Like, I tend to do most things.
Mm.
Like, I join all the mystery knit alongs in like the last week. It was the same thing with February Lady. Like, it was super popular, and I've been wanting to make it forever and ever, and I finally got around to it. Like, and it was already last year's news, but it was a really
cute
fun knit for me. This is Brooks Farm yarn. It's the same dye company that I got the yarn for my Dark and Stormy.
Dark and Stormy, yeah.
Yep, but this is just their merino. It's a merino cotton blend. So
I thought it looked like it had cotton in it.
yeah, but it was super fun to knit with.
Nice.
So it was like the first big like garment project after William was born. So kind of getting back on the bandwagon of knitting bigger things was a big investment for me at that time.
Yeah.
But I think it went pretty well.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm wearing no knitwear today.
Yeah. It's all right.
Not hand knitwear.
Yeah.
But I just didn't put any on. I don't know why, but
I have socks on too, but I won't. I'll leave my feet down on the ground.
you're welcome, Mom.
You're welcome, everybody. Nobody wants to see your stinky feet. Silly. So
Sweet.
you're trucking right along there on
Yeah, so
Sigla.
I'm going to be kind of low key on this episode today because I really don't have a whole lot going on, except for that I did cruise along on my sweater. This is like the only thing I've been knitting on, so this is why I've gotten so far on it. But the whole body is done.
Look at that.
And it's
That's
going to get
awesome.
blocked out like quite a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole body is done. And I've got one sleeve started, and yeah, because I just cast this on
A little bit more than a week
and a half ago,
maybe.
Something like that. So it's been cruising along. So I think my goal of possibly doing Nanny Swimo
Here you go.
could come to fruition.
There you go.
So
Unless you stumble up on the sleeves there.
yeah, I know, but I've been like, nope, I'm gonna finish it up. So I've been cruising along on doing the sleeves, and There's a little bit of color work on the cuff,
Mm-hmm.
but other than that, it's just lots of knitting, lots of stock in it.
Yeah.
And I just did the first decrease on the arm, on the
Nice.
sleeve. But yeah, that's not really a big deal. And I've got it on 16s right now, but eventually I'll just switch to magic loop once I've got enough decreases done, because it's going to be a little bit tight here before
Yep.
too long. But yeah, so
Awesome.
Sigla is rapidly coming to a close, so maybe I'll have an FO. I'd like to have it done before Thanksgiving, and I could wear it on Thanksgiving because it's like got the perfect colors
Yeah.
for fall, for Thanksgiving. So
Nice.
so that would be cool. Then I'll have to think of something new to knit for Thanksgiving, because I'm going to my in-laws, and it's like a 2-hour car ride, so I need car knitting.
Mhm.
And then a lot of times there's a lot of downtime where we're just chatting, and it'd be nice to have something to kind of work on.
Remember that sweater I showed you?
I
We
know.
could do a Thanksgiving cast on together.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I'll have to look at yarn. I'll have to see.
Hmm.
Yeah, because that looks pretty straightforward. Like not a whole lot of effort has to go into it, so I wouldn't have to pay a lot of attention. Is it top down or bottom up? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we may have to investigate and.
We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you all on the little side conversation that we're having right now. We might be having a sweater note along coming down the pipeline here.
Like next week?
Like next week. So.
Although, you guys, you're killing it on this sock along.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I was looking
Yes.
through some of the pictures today.
That's amazing.
And they're great.
Yeah, keep it
they're
coming.
really, really great. And I love everybody's like, oh, this is awesome. It's going to allow me to finish up, ones that have been sitting for too long. Thanks for
Awesome.
letting us do whips, and which
Yeah.
is totally what
Yeah, I mean, the
I
idea
need
is
to do
get,
whips too.
get projects finished.
Yeah.
Get them done.
Yeah, exactly. So
Whatever you need to have the motivating factor be.
I'm just going to sit here with my sweater on.
So I cast on another project.
You did?
Yes, this is new.
Mm.
This is...
That color is so familiar.
I don't have a teal problem at all. This is Little Boxy.
Oh, are you going to do a little boxy for Abigail?
It's not, I think it's going to be for my niece,
Oh.
actually.
That'd be cute too.
I don't know, I haven't decided. We'll see how far I get. It's supposed to be Christmas knitting at this point.
Mm.
But,
Good for you. I am not doing any
Yeah.
Christmas knitting. I might do
Well-
some Christmas sewing, but
it might end up being for Abigail, depending on how far I get, because this is a type of project that I always grossly overestimate or underestimate how long it's going to take
Yeah.
me. So there is approximately 250 stitches on my needles.
that's a lot of stitches.
I'm just very proud that I was able to join that in the round without twisting the first time,
Uh-huh.
because there probably would have been some very bad words said
Yeah.
had I.
Jen always
Twisted.
does, especially
Back
since
and
there's some
forth.
ribbing,
Yeah.
she'll knit, just all the ribbing and then join it, and then
Yeah.
you can see if
That you
there's,
can really see.
and then you just have to seam a few stitches.
Yeah, I could have done that.
Yeah.
Why make it easy on myself?
But you accomplished it without a twist.
I
so,
did, which
you
is
know.
a miracle. So, Little Boxy is a pattern by Joji Locatelli, and it's just a little kid's version of her boxy sweater. So it's knit fingering weight yarn. This is the Araucania Huasco. I don't even know. Do we have this color? I think these are the last two skeins of this particular color.
Yeah, that one's really popular. I think there might be more coming in of
Okay.
that one.
So this is this color is the caviar.
Oh yeah, that was a new one for fall, I believe.
Okay. I'm making the 4-year-old size, so it does take 2 skeins. It takes about 600 and some yards for the 4-year-old size. So I did need to buy 2 skeins, but
Yep.
I can always knit a hat in the leftovers.
Yeah.
Little kid hat. So we'll see. So I have to basically 250 stitches on the round, stockinette stitch for like 12 inches. So to be determined whether this is actually a Christmas gift
Gotcha.
for my niece or it becomes a sweater for my child. Because it doesn't get done by Christmas.
How much older is your niece than Abigail?
6 months.
Oh, okay. So they're pretty close in age.
Yeah. So yeah, it's. So we'll see.
Nice.
Or I could just put it aside and give it to her next year for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. So anyway, so I needed some short, quick projects in between, which is part of the reason why the hats got done.
Yeah.
And then I've got another hat that I'm getting ready to cast on, and I'm still lobbying for having the yarn caked up as being close enough to having a project started. Because I have everything, I just haven't cast on yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be making the Squishy Slouchy hat. It's by Trish Mitberg. And it's basically two strands of a worsted weight. This one, the yarn it calls for is the Plymouth yarn texture, which we have in the store, and it just calls for two skeins to be held together, two strands to be held together.
It's a really cool yarn. It's
Yeah,
a thick
kinda
and
like a thick and thin.
But they actually use two different wools. So they use a regular wool and a superwash wool, and that's how they get the different look to the wool.
No idea what I did.
Because a superwash wool and a non-superwash wool take dye differently.
So you can kind of see it's
And they have a different texture to them.
thick and thinning a little bit.
Yeah.
This one you can actually see a little bit better. That's the darker. So you knit the two strands together, and it makes kind of like a marled effect. The pattern says that you should be able to get 2 hats out of the 2 skeins. So stand by, because I'm going to knit this hat and I will let you know. Because if you could get 2 hats out of 2 skeins,
I don't know why you wouldn't.
It means you could knit using just one color.
And pull from the inside and the outside.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So if you didn't want to do a 2-colored one, or you didn't want to do an investment into the 2 skeins of yarn, you could just use 2 strands of one color for the hat.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna cast that on soon, like later today or tomorrow. I need to take out the yarn, and I also bought some more needles. I don't know where my 10.5s are. I thought I had interchangeable tips at 10.5. I don't see. Apparently, I only have up to 10s.
Oh.
On the short ones to make 16 inch.
The short ones, they don't
okay.
do, if you're talking about the dreams, they stop at 10.
Well, that would explain why I only have
That would explain why. Yeah, they have the regular tips up to 17 or something now. But the short tips, they stop at a 10 right now.
Okay, well that explains it.
Yep. Hiya do have them. But the dreams do not. Oh, and I should tell you about so this sweater that I'm doing, the Sigla, I am using the Latlopi, which is the lighter weight. It's a worsted weight, worsted or Aran weight. The Alafas Lopi is the bulky, kind of intended for outerwear sweaters. This one is intended for sweaters that you can wear inside and outside both, because it's lighter. But I started with my Hayas when I started swatching, and one thing that I learned from the swatching is that I didn't like the tips on them were so sharp that because this is it's a singles yarn, I kept catching it and splitting the yarn, and because there's a whole lot of stock in it, I didn't want to have to look down at every stitch and make sure I wasn't splitting it. So I opted to switch. These are just a bamboo 16 because that's what I had available, because the tips aren't available and I didn't feel like starting at Magic Loop. But I knit the majority of the sweater on my Dreams because the tip isn't as sharp on them, but they're a nice slippery needle still. So just something to keep in mind for, I do pick my needles based on the yarn that I'm working with. And it does make a difference.
I have sometimes chosen poorly, and it makes the project not that fun.
Yeah, it really can, make a huge difference as to how enjoyable the knit is.
I'm pretty sure there's not much that makes 12 inches of stockinette stitch in the round enjoyable, unless maybe there's cake involved.
You're going to take a page from Jasmine of the Knitmore Girls.
Yeah. There will be cake.
There will be cake.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So.
You should bring some cake to my house at the next live event that I can share in your misery.
Yes. So speaking of events, that was a great segue.
That was a great segue, and see how I'm petitioning for food.
And okay, so why don't we start at the bottom and work our way up? So we've got a couple of upcoming YouTube live events. We got so much positive feedback over our first one that we've scheduled 2 more.
Yep.
We're scheduling one for Sunday, December 3rd, and we're going to start that one at noon Eastern time. So we heard from some folks that
doing a little bit later would be helpful for you guys.
Though because we're doing the later start time, we're not going to be able to do it at the store. So we're going to give it a trial run in Kelly's basement.
Hopefully we can.
Or Kelly's house.
Yeah, it's going to be somewhere in my house.
Somewhere in Kelly's house. In anticipation of our probably bigger live event, which is going to be Sunday, December 31st.
I'll have to tell my husband he can't watch TV and stuff while we're doing it.
Sorry.
Because we need the bandwidth.
I know. So we're going to do a New Year's Eve special live event. And I have listed down here that we're going to start at approximately 7 p.m. We may adjust that a little bit as it gets closer, but it will be somewhere in that neighborhood.
In the
evening.
We're not going to do it at midnight. Sorry, guys.
Nope.
No
way. Me too. All goes well. Yes, be asleep. So, and we're trying to, I think, get Jen and Carol there as well. Because I think
Carol, a lot of times, they've got a place up on the mountain.
Yeah, okay.
So a lot of times they're up there for the 4th. Oh my God.
New Year's Eve.
Has kind of same feel, except for, you're not staying up late. Well, sometimes.
So we'll see if we can get Jen there. That would be fun.
It would be fun.
And I believe we're going to be pulling some prizes for our sock along, knit along that's happening. I've been sort of eyeballing some things in my stash that I think I am going to donate to the sock
Maybe
along.
I'll grab. I should have brought it over. We got more of the Regia Perfect, the Arnie and Carlos Perfect, back in stock. So you can head on over. I'll try to remember to put that in show notes. Head on over and check those out. Some of them are colors that we've had before. Others are colors that are new to us. They came out this summer. And they're really, really cool.
Nice.
The patterning on them. And for those of you that want socks that match exactly, they put the yellow yarn in, and you basically pull until, the first one, the yellow yarn is obvious. But then when you get to the second one, if you don't use up all the color, you pull out all the yarn until you get to that next section of yellow. And as long as you start it after that in the same place, then you'll have matching socks because of how they dye them. So
that's super cool.
So maybe we'll snag a skein of that, and because that's fun, really fun yarn to work with. We'll replenish your sock yarn for you after the sock along.
Because I have no shortage of sock yarn in my house.
Yeah, no, me either.
So I'm going to do some deep stash diving and see if I can't come up with some really fun stuff.
Oh, cool.
So
very cool.
So keep those entries coming. So those are 2 YouTube live events that are coming up, which we're pretty excited about because the first one was so much fun. Yep. So then coming up over the Thanksgiving weekend, we are closing at 4 the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and we will be closed on Thursday, Thanksgiving holiday. We'll open back up again on Friday, our normal hours, so 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yep.
And from 3 to 5 p.m. on that Friday, we're having sort of a little social post-Thanksgiving craft gathering.
Since we don't have our normal knit night on Wednesday, we kind of wanted to do something that week and just kind of say thank you to everybody and we'll have some snacks and just have a good time Friday afternoon. So
Yeah.
if you're in the area and you want to stop in and say hi,
Yeah.
please bring your knitting and
Absolutely.
drop in and hang out. So
Absolutely. And then Saturday, the 25th, is Small Business Saturday, and we're open from 10 to 5, and we'll be doing some in-store giveaways and sales. It's sort of our anniversary grand opening weekend that we usually have some fun stuff going on. So take a look at that. And because we know a lot of you viewers are not local to us, we didn't want you to feel left out. So on Cyber Monday, which is the November 27th, so it's the Monday after Thanksgiving, you can get free shipping on any of your online orders by using the code SHIPFREE.
Yep.
So.
And I was smart and I got that one all
I
scheduled
saw
to
that.
go up, because
saw
if
that.
I didn't do it like while I was thinking of it,
You would just
I was gonna
forget, and
forget
then
about
people
it.
would be
Yeah. Yep. So
understandably so very cranky.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get my free shipping. I know, I would be too. I'd be.
Yeah. What
Cranky
gives?
if I didn't
What
get my
gives,
free
guys?
shipping.
So that's the upcoming stuff.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. So got your socks entered. We have a lot of non-rules about the sock along. You can check out the Ravelry thread for those. Basically, we're just trying to motivate you to either finish some stuff or knit
Use
some
up
socks.
stash, or
Yeah.
if you want to just
Yeah.
not knit from stash and need some yarn. Now that you guys know the Reggie and
The Perfect stuff.
the Regia Perfect Arnie and Carlos is back on stock.
Mm-hmm.
That might be kind of fun.
Or if you're a
too.
fast knitter, just wait till Cyber Monday, but we can't guarantee we'll not be sold out of the Perfect
I
by then
know.
because it goes fast.
Especially now that we've announced it, so all of you guys know too.
Yes.
Because I hadn't put it on
Social media.
media yet. And there is one colorway. It's called the Garden colorway, and that it's like Christmas colors. So we've had a lot of people actually buying it for Christmas. Ooh, and Andra was here yesterday.
Ooh.
So our
Oh.
sales rep
Oh.
from Barocco, and she does West Yorkshire spinners
Getting
and
there.
some Sirdar, and
West Yorkshire.
she does some great companies. And yes, we're getting the West Yorkshire spinners. They have two Christmas colorways. So they have one from last year, which is called Hollyberry, and then they have Candy Cane, which is this year. And Candy Cane is red, white, and green, and it's the self-striping. Well, they're both self-striping, but Hollyberry has more of like the Farrell type look to it, where it has like the little speckles too.
Nice.
So those are two Christmas colorways, and they're usually pretty quick about sending
And I'd
those
say we
out.
probably should have those
So,
pretty soon.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll let you guys know when those come in. So if you want to do Christmas socks,
Awesome. There's still time.
yeah, they're really cute.
Still time.
So so we'll have those in before too long. And
Fantastic.
I can't talk about a lot of the new yarns because there's we have a gag order now, kind of. But yeah, a lot of the new stuff that's coming out for spring we can't talk about until they officially release it. But
There's some cool stuff.
there's
coming.
some really cool stuff. I'll save that and just kind of give you guys a tease that there's some really cool stuff coming out for spring. I really love Barocco yarns. They do some really great stuff, and they work with some really great mills. So very high quality yarns.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
And we are also going to do a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So we're rapidly marching closer
Yeah.
to 2,000 subscribers on our
I think
YouTube
we're
channel.
about like 250 subscribers out. So
Yeah, which is awesome.
yeah, it's every week we get a lot more. So it won't be too long, and we'll be there. That'd be kind of fun if at the end of the year too, when we do the live.
To be able to do it for the live show.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. So if you have
subscribe.
if you have people that you think might like watching it,
Yeah.
if you want to just let them know about it and let them know that we're doing a really fun giveaway,
Yeah.
maybe by the end of the year we
Yeah.
might have enough, and we've got some great yarn that we're gonna
We're putting together what we're calling
Yeah.
our Taste of Vermont prize for this.
Yes.
And we've got we're given some Wing and a Prayer boy band skeins to include by Tammy, who's lovely.
Yeah, she's great.
And we're going to add some other stuff in. Some local Vermont stuff. So, and I'm still working on our special project for 2018.
Which we can't really tell you about yet.
Not yet. But
Soon.
I suppose we probably would be at the point for the New Year's Eve live special that should be.
We can probably announce it then.
We could probably announce it then.
Yep.
So if you needed some motivation to tune in with us for the live show.
And then we'll probably talk about it on the next regular podcast too.
So look for those exciting announcements. We have some fun stuff we're working on for
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah.
We're pretty excited about it. So I have one. I didn't put it in the show notes because I totally forgot. I have one purchase. It's not. I was gonna say stash enhancement, but it's not really stash.
It's related to
It's
stash.
related to stash. Not yet. That'll be all the stuff that's showing up from my Etsy purchases over the weekend. Oh my god! And then Legacy Fiber Arts is updating. Their Christmas update is on Saturday.
Ooh, we do have new Legacy.
Yes.
I just haven't. I have to photograph it and get it up on the website.
Yeah.
But possibly, depending on how busy we are
By
here,
Thursday, maybe
I might
Friday.
have this. I might have it in the system before this episode goes live. But if not, it will be fairly soon after.
Okay.
So we will. We do have new Legacy
Nice.
in stores, just not processed yet.
And they're doing a big update with their Christmas
ones.
colorways, which I was like, I don't need any more yarn. And then I was watching Chelsea's
And you're
Sunday
like,
shorties,
"Ooh."
and she was showing, and I was like, oh my god, I need that. And of course, it's a Christmas story theme, so
You'll shoot your eye out. We couldn't have timed that any better.
I think we actually own that DVD.
Do you?
I think. Yeah, my husband and I both love that movie. We think it's hysterical, and we let William watch it last year. He was just like, I don't get it. Oh, okay. So that it's just it might be too tempting for me to not buy some just because if I can catch the update at 10. The multicolored one, I'm spacing on what they called it. The one that was for like Ralphie and the cover, so it's like got greens and blues and that one really, I was like,
Really? It's cool. I haven't seen it. I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch her newest episode that she did, so.
yeah. So anyway, so back to my stash enhancement. So I ordered a copy of this, so Stash of One's Own, which was put together by Clara Parks. And she was signing books at Rhinebeck this year, but they ran out like pretty quickly on Saturday. I don't think they were anticipating that it was going to be as popular.
Yeah.
I don't think many of the vendors were anticipating how busy it was going to be. So Clara kindly offered to sell copies through her online store and sign them for people and offered free shipping.
Yep. That's great.
So my personally signed copy came. And of course, when it showed up, my 6-year-old was like, "What is that? Who's that package for?" And I was like, "That's for me." He's like, "What is it?"
Be like, you better stop paying attention to packages or you're not going to get any Christmas presents this
You know
year.
what? I've just started shipping everything to my office.
Yeah.
Just like cut that off right at the pass. I was like, it was something that I ordered at Rhinebeck that they had to send me.
Yeah.
Kind of. That's kind of how it worked. But anyway, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. I think I'm going to start it over the Thanksgiving weekend.
I think I've got just a couple of the essays left to read. There's some really fantastic ones in there.
So I'm really excited. I really enjoyed Knitlandia. I also have the Yarn Whisperer. I apparently have all of her books. And I really enjoy reading them. They're super, super fun. So
Throwing stitch markers at you.
yeah, it's all right.
No, I'm spoiling.
Probably the worst, not the worst thing you could throw.
Yeah, no, I could throw some really.
So I'm pretty pleased, and I almost don't want to take that to my house because I'm afraid my children are going to destroy it.
Aw.
So and then maybe, next week if we podcast, I can show what my other falling down the rabbit holes were this last weekend.
Yeah.
I blame Instagram. Just stay off of Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not sure exactly what our schedules are looking like for next week.
We'll see. It might end up being the recaps of the sheep and wool festivals.
Oh yeah, we could do
If
a little montage.
Bonus episode if we can't.
Yeah.
Kelly and I can't pull it
'Cause,
together.
I mean, possibly Wednesday.
Yeah.
Either Wednesday morning or Wednesday
Yeah.
after the store closes.
Yeah, I could probably do either of those.
So.
And I would promise you footage from the Friday and Saturday events, but we say that every year and then we never do anything. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're lucky if we remember to take some pictures.
Maybe I'll do like a couple little stories on Instagram.
That'd be cool.
Do some little quick
Yeah.
clips.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's all I've got for
Yeah.
this week.
My week, yeah. This is it for me.
You know where I'm gonna be.
Boxy, baby boxy.
Stockinette.
Yeah.
In the stockinette hole. Forever and ever
Yep.
and ever.
I just got in some more new colors of the Lopi, the Let Lopi. Some
Cool.
fun bright ones because we have a lot of the kind of base colors. So a lot of times you'll see the Icelandic style sweaters that have, you have your either grays or browns or whites or blacks or whatever, and then you have the beautiful color work in the yokes.
Yeah.
So I got some really fun pop colors.
Nice.
Yeah, although they'd be great body sweaters. The color for the body
That
too.
green that you
I
had
know, is
over
that
there?
green great?
Oh my god.
There's a really pretty yellow. It's called the Mimosa. That's really lovely too. That I like. So
Nice.
yeah.
I'm not
And
entirely
then-
sure yellow is a good color for me.
Yeah, well. It's kind of like a nice soft yellow though.
Okay.
It's not like I actually have a scan of the really bright yellow that I've had for quite a while. I forget what it's called, but and it's pretty too. But it's much brighter. This is more of an orangey yellow.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you guys are looking to do any Icelandic sweaters or so Sigla and Stopover, super quick because you're knitting them at a large gauge. So I can't wait to get this off the needles and blocked and see what it's
Yeah.
gonna do after blocking because Carol said hers really kind of opened up and just,
Yeah.
I
could see that.
she put it on and she's like, it just kind of molded into my body. So
I'll say stay tuned because maybe if we can't do a full episode next week, Kelly and I will have sorted out this sweater thing that we were kind of alluding to.
Oh, yeah, we could do a
earlier, and
little-
we could do just a little short teaser.
Yeah.
Announcement of like, hey, he wants to join us with this now.
That'd be fun.
So maybe that's what we'll
we'll
try
give
to
our
do.
yarn recommendations and talk
And they could be
about-
our quick picks of the week
Yeah.
for that week.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's what.
See how we're always planning on the fly. You guys are so
You
used
guys
to it.
love it when we plan on the fly. We know it.
Oh, they're so used to it by now.
So thank you for stopping by. If you are a new viewer to the podcast, it's always like this. And if you're a returning viewer, you know exactly
What it's like.
exactly what it's like. And we thank you for coming back
Yeah.
week after week to spend some time with us. We really appreciate it.
We do. We have fun always reading all your comments, and I've had
Yeah.
a bunch of new people follow me or friend me on Ravelry, which has been
Yep.
great, and some new people on Instagram as
Yeah.
well. So it's always
Yeah,
fun.
it's
I
been
always
fun.
love looking to see where people are from too, and look at their pages as
yeah.
projects that they like.
It's awesome.
So, thank you guys for interacting with us. Away from the podcast too.
Yeah,
we
we
really
totally
enjoy
love
that. So, we'd love to have you friend us or follow us or whatnot on all the various social media.
And we love the comments on the YouTube
Mhm.
channel. It's super fun. We may not always get a chance to respond to all of them, but we
Yeah.
do read all of them.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. Yeah. So thanks again, you
Yeah.
guys, and
We'll probably see you next week for
at least a little bit. Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. So until then,
All right.
bye.
I agree. The couch is way more comfortable.
Fun to have as
Knit along.
you're showing the difference between the two.
Yeah. I need something to like bust up the 250 stitches in the round of fingering weight yarn on size 4s in stockinette stitch. And literally, I'm never making a boxy for myself.
Yeah.
Unless it's a worsted boxy.
The worsted boxy, yeah.
Because holy smokes.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of knitting.
It is a lot of
For sure.
knitting. Not that it wouldn't look fantastic, but. Oh.
I'm on sleeves.
Sweet.
I know.
Super sweet.
I'm gonna start the decreases soon. What are my decreases? Oh, if they do knit two together, knit two together. Even easier.
I love it when that happens.
Work this decrease round every 8 rounds.
Ooh, do we want to sort out our discount code before we start podcasting to at least a
Weekly
10?
pick big ball.
How about weekly pick bigly? Too political. Weekly pick big extra.
Big extra. That's funny.
Weekly pick. We could be really cheesy. Weekly pick thankful. Oh, that'd be next week.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's more next week. If we podcast next week.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Well, I'm definitely free on Thursday because my family's not here. I'll just be prepping.
Well, I will be in Linden, so.
Yeah, all right. Unless we Skype podcast, which I don't really even want to try to attempt that. It's crazy pants. Okay. Weekly pick big ball. Let's go with it. Why not?
Okay. All right.
Big yarn.
I
don't know. We're like 12-year-old boys.
I do not care.
Let's go with big extra.
Big extra.
I won't
That works.
offend anybody.
All right.
Keep it clean.
We will.
The family podcast.
Mostly keep it clean. Other people are having a grand time with you in your grouping.
They were, and I thought that it would be hysterical if we like had a mock trial for the live event. Actually, what I should do is see if I can get. I have a employment attorney that's a friend of mine, and he represents mostly employers, and we should get him on to talk about whether or not that was an inappropriate touching in the workplace.
Oh my god.
He'd be like, "You want me to do what and why?" Actually, he probably wouldn't even do that. He'd be like, "Yeah, okay." I mean, he knows me well enough. He'd be like, "Sure, okay."
That's really funny.
And how does this relate to yarn?
Yeah.
Yes.
You what?
I know. Anyway, it's fine. No mannequins. It was all consensual. No mannequins were harmed in the making of this podcast. All right. Should we saddle up? 4.5 minutes in.
Yep.
Yep.
Because we're gonna have some people show up early for knit group.
Oh yeah, we should go.
Because it's what,
Yeah, we should go.
3:30?
Yep. And Carol, 2:30. Probably
2:30.
2:30.
Yes, 2:30.
Okay. All right. Here we go.